I couldn't resist finding out more about these unusual investments. Brian Clements of McTear's Auctioneers has seen a variety of items bringing in a big profit. And he's saying it's whisky that's making its owners a mint.
120, 130. 120 pounds, I'm going.
The most expensive Macallan that we have coming up in this particular auction was a bottle of 50-year-old, which was retailed for £50 in 1983 when it was bottled. We've sold 2 of these in the last year, and each of them, well, one made £10,000 and one made £10,500.
So who'll buy that? I mean, and if they buy it, are they going to drink it, or are they just going to keep it and invest it further?
No, they wouldn't drink it. You wouldn't expect them to drink it. It's something that, that is an investment. It's a great example of an investment in whisky, to be fair. If you look through the records in all the years we've been selling rare whiskies, I can remember going back 5, 6, 7 years ago where 50-year-old Macallans were selling for £4,500, £5,000 or so, always round about that. But last year just saw such an increase in its value, and there was a little bit of a surprise that one made 10,000, but then a few months later on one made 10,500 hammer price, because they're becoming rarer and rarer to come across. There was only 500 bottles that were produced of the Macallan 50-year-old, so you won't see that again. It's extremely rare, and if you've got £10,000, £10,500 instead of your £100, then that's the one I would be pointing at to see not a guaranteed increase, but as near as guaranteed an increase in value over the coming years as you would get.
And is it a risky investment? I mean, you've spent £10,000. What if one of your kids knocks it over and smashes, or how do you keep it?
Well, it's a good question, because if it gets broken, if somebody accidentally opens the bottle, the value's gone completely. As soon as you get the seal opened, I mean, you can't buy a £10,000 bottle of whiskey, have a wee sip of it, and then put the top back on and expect it to be worth anything, because the value just disappears with it. A client of McTear's, in fact, just a few months ago, had informed us he had a 50-year-old Macallan that his father was storing in a cabinet, and workmen were in the house and apparently knocked over a cabinet and smashed his bottle.
Oh no!
So we just hope their insurance is good.
Yeah, indeed. See, there's a lot of pictures around this room as well. If you were coming to buy art, what would you suggest? Because to my untrained eye, some of these either look half finished or look like my kids could have done them. Or what is it that you'd actually recommend looking for with art?
I'll not mention your comment to any of the artists that have consigned pictures to us for sale. Really, I think the key thing with artists and paintings is that it's much more driven by fashion and trends than whisky. It can't be ignored, the fact that whisky has just seen a continual, across the board, it's seen a continual increase, gradual increase. With paintings, you could go and buy a Peter Howson painting, and if you buy it at what might be the wrong time, I suppose, if you look at it when Peter Howson's paintings are selling very, very well, a year later you might see it drop down in value. It does really come down to luck. When you've got a living artist, his work's not becoming any rarer to come across. He's always producing paintings.
So you're saying art is a good investment as well, but it's less predictable, I suppose, than
it can be. With art, our advice all the time with art is buy something that you like, and buy something that's if you're looking to get potentially an increase in value, try and get into an artist who is maybe new in the scene. But there's so much to choose from. But really, what you've got to do is let your eyes take you to something that, if it turns out to be not a great investment, at least you can look at it.
At least you like looking at it, yeah, better than a bottle of whiskey. So Brian, do you think you can make $1 million buying and selling at auction?
I don't know anyone that has personally, but it's possible, but you're going to have a lot of luck thrown in there.
A lot of luck and a lot of money maybe, to start with.
Yes.